Welcome back to part 2, level 1 Ramza versus all optional bosses. So several of these are exclusive to War of the Lions, like this fight with Cletienne at Dorter Trade City, or the Merchant City of Dorter. You can actually skip this fight, but most people go the route to Dorter, Mandalia, Garland. So you can actually go the Fort Ziekten route, and you can completely avoid this, but I really don't see a point because it's, a cool introduction to him, and Malidal gets more screen time and dialogue. So I do like it for the most part. What I'm running on Ramza here is Squire with Darkness stacked up with a lot of PA, so he can finish off Cletienne fairly quick. And there we go. Go for that Sanguine Sword, and that's a wrap. So you don't need to KO him outright. You can just get him in critical, and you're good. You can also make Malidal really strong here, or give her better than normal equipment and abilities, because if she gets KO'd, you actually can lose this battle. So there's a fun fact in that. But it's not too hard in most cases, like if you're going to deploy a full party. So really like that battle. So that's Ramza taking Cletienne on, or you can use Malidal as well. So the next fight that we can do is Noveska Temple, Construct or Worker 7. So this fight can be easier if you go in at a lower level, like your average party level. So here's my setup with Ramza. Like, this battle can be tough at 99 with the cockatrices and the hydras. Mostly the cockatrices, though, because they hit hard and they're fast. They don't have that much HP, but they can be annoying with that petrify. So what I'm doing here is arithmetics to take care of the monsters, and then I'll go up to Construct 7 and give him my back. So the first strike or Hamido, that will work on him. He's gonna, think he can finish me off, and then first strike will occur. So he can deal. I mean, he can potentially KO me, but at lower HP, the AI tends to go for wanting to KO you outright. So that's what I'm exploiting for this video. And I'm not doing any treasure hunting or move find iteming because of my 97 bravery. I'm going to get the 4 items on this map every single time. So the only true missable item here is the escutcheon to the gold strong shield. So you can get, all the other weapons, like, they aren't missable. So there we go. First strike doing its magic. So 160 per attack on the Chaos Blade. And the Hydra's just flying away. And if you've never watched some of my videos on where the locations of these items are, I do have it on my channel. You also need a monster to jump on top the pillar. So I personally like using Construct 8 and raised as a holy dragon. Like, I always brought Construct or Worker 8 here because I thought it would be a cool battle between the two automatons. Like, I gotta have a theme, we're playing an RPG role playing, so we gotta live up to the genre of the game. That's what I say. There's some people who, like, in MMOs, like, I never played 14, but I'm sure there are role players. You know what I mean? It's like, you gotta have fun. It's a game in life, Like, leave all the stress related stuff out and just have fun with the game. It's a video game. Unless you're like a streamer or YouTuber. It's like, and this is your career. What is kind of like my job nowadays. But I'm still having fun with it. But it's good to, calm down, take a break. So Construct 7, if you have to KO him twice, but he's gonna revive with only a single HP point, so shouldn't be too bad. But it can be annoying if there are other monsters around, or if he's just going ham on your low HP treasure hunter. So I'm just waiting in place. And before someone accuses me of cheating, yes, I'm using Line Editor to reset the XP points of Ramza and to put him back at level 1. But everything else is like legit, you know? Like I can't imagine, you know, you stealing XP and doing all that on a level 1 Ramza, just JP spill over in every single one of these fights. Like, and here's another optional boss, Aliste. This is in War of the Lions, or the ever popular Lion War mod. So Beowulf does accompany you here. So Aliste, he does have Safeguard, and he has much lower faith. So I really don't constantly use the arithmetics CT, you know, holy or height, prime number, and etc. I do have Beowulf just powered up with darkness, because if I were to get Ramza to fight him, I'd gain way too much XP. And also the thing is with first strike, you don't gain XP like when you attack back. So there's a fun fact. Even with like, yeah, reaction abilities like auto potion, like you don't gain XP JP for using auto potion versus going into items and all that. So I do use a holy here, and then I'll let Beowulf do the rest. This one does take a bit longer because these enemies are at a pretty high level, and I should have checked the Zodiac and Faith. Like, that's gonna be a factor too. So Ramza down. I mean, not Ramza down, Ninja's down, but I like having Ramza as a ninja. Like the speed, mobility, and they have good physical attack too. Oh, ninjas are solid. Doesn't do too much to Beowulf, despite mine having high faith. He is a Libra as well, so Libra has bad Zodiac compatibility. He's taking less damage. So with Aliste, he needs to be taken out completely. But here's some additional dialogue if you haven't seen it with him. And there's Ramza, the AI. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, he's just running to his death. A lot of these guys have contracts, man. It was like Aliste, Gafgarian, all that. Tries Siphon. Bam. Yeah, what's up with all these people with contracts, man? But then it's like that Mike Tyson thing where he goes up to Bob Sapp and he's like, sign the contract, big boy. But apparently with like a lot of those combat sports or MMA and all that, like a lot of people are afraid to sign contracts. According to what Dana White says, if you believe what he says, you know, I know he gets mentioned a lot in the media, but I feel like all bosses or, you know, major, you know, people, presidents, CEOs, they do say stuff all the time, but it's really hard to come up and deliver on all your promises. So, I mean, everyone's just a human at the end of the day, right? You know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Imagine a Hannah Montana world in Kingdom Hearts, like high school. I'm just kidding. I'm rambling on here. Let's get back to the video. So I do manually take back control of Ramza here. Moving up, or out of the way, and letting Beowulf take care of Aliste. So Beowulf is important here. If he does get KO'd, this is a game over. So give him equipment. It doesn't have to be the best equipment. Just make sure he doesn't get KO'd. And I'm not sure why I have Dragon Art here. Like, it won't save him, really. Like, it doesn't... Re-raise in this game, it's not like in, you know, FFTA or FFTA2, or if you get KO'd by something and you have re-raise on, in those games, it'll just revive you right then and there. This, you gotta wait for your CT, your turn, all that. But I do like that change in FFTA with re-raise. One of the few things that it did better than Tactics and War of the Lions. Oh, look at that. Sanguine Sword through. Actually, kind of over, I should say. Not really through. But there we go. Level 1 Ramza did do some fighting, but this was Beowulf's battle, so don't worry. In the next one, I'm gonna get him. Or Bremondt and the Dark Dragon. So this is part of Lionel's new Liege Lord as well. Oh man, Aliste. I wish we could get a sprite. I tried looking in Line Editor and all that. Didn't seem to have an option there for him, as well as Bremondt. They do have good items. Unfortunately, they have safeguards, so you can't steal them. But in the Lion War mod and remixed, it does change that as well. For those of you that want to steal those items. So Beowulf does not need to get KO'd here. Like, he can get KO'd, he'll still be fine. But the Dark Dragon has a lot of HP. And his faith is rather low. I know he has some breath attacks, so here's my build. He does have pretty good faith, so I do want to take him out. And all the females, or the ladies here, will disappear. Like, it says, here's the money, and if they're alive, like, he just makes them vanish. It's kind of odd. So he does kind of look a little bit like Zalmor, or if you're on the original, Zalmo. They're pretty much the same thing. I would have liked to level Bremondt, but I didn't see him in Lion Editor, so we could have got the, you know, who is best, unfortunately. But if there's a way to get him, I'll level him up normally, naturally, and we can compare its stats. Well, but he only has 10 bravery. Like, in some behind the scenes, he was like using focus. And then Beowulf does get KO'd here, since in before someone says, but a guest is in battle with you, so it's not a level 1 Ramza versus, you know, if the guest is part of the battle, they're part of the battle, you know. So there's that. And he does turn into a dragon here. I guess that's the new thing. When you don't have a Zodiac Stone, you turn into a dragon. So this thing has a lot of HP, and he can counter you as well. So I'm just going to go up to him with Ramza. The Sage's Ring is going to protect me from his breath attack. So he's going to... Actually, not protect me. I'm going to heal from his breath attack. So the AI is going to choose to attack me. And that's where First Strike will come in. This is probably the longest fight in this whole video. It's just me going up to him, giving him my back, and wait for him to attack me. That's essentially what it is. Just run up to him. There's my build yet again. So I did opt in for the vehemence, and there's the Sage's Ring. Such a very good accessory. It doesn't really get mentioned a lot nowadays, so to me it's an underrated one because people don't realize how good it is. It's always Tyner Rouge, Brigand's Glove. I mean, for very good reason, but Sage's Ring is amazing. So I'm just following the dragon, waiting. Yeah, I do like the sprite or the color of this dragon. I think it looks really nice. The black and then the green. And then I like Raises, of course, the purple. Even though it's a she, and it reminds me of Spyro the Dragon a little bit, because Spyro was my first PlayStation 1 game, so that one has a special place in my heart. And now the dragon is locked in a corner. He won't be able to move around. And I'm just waiting in place. Wait. Bam! First strike doing wonders. Man, look at how many attacks he's taking. It's like insane. Like, I remember doing this the first time on my PSP with the slowdown. Oh man, I was using like Orlando, you know, and the sword abilities and Dark Knights, and oh man, but I still enjoy it. People like to talk about the slowdown. It is annoying. I agree, but I'd rather still be playing this game than, you know, some of the other newer titles out there. you know, like Fortnite. It's nothing wrong with Fortnite. I did play a few games back in the day. I think the idea or the concept of a battle royale is fun and enjoyable. That's why there's so many players, and it appeals to all ages. But I still rather play FFT though, and make videos on it. So First Strike doing wonders. Now he's gone. Then he magically turns back into a human. That's kind of funny compared to like the Lucavi and all that. He turns back into his human form and passes out, or killed rather. Oh man, I mean, not the most handsome face or nice hairstyle, but those ropes pretty cool. And here it is, the super boss of Final Fantasy Tactics, level 1 Ramza. So here is my build. I like speed and then going for a Graviga since it does percentage. I was having bad luck with I mean, not bad luck, but it's not as effective with Holy and, you know, Darkness Ramza. But Graviga is the way to go. Like, even with Low Faith, hold on, pardon me. Like his Midgard summon, its damage is based on his MA power. So it works around Faith. So I had to think of this strategy, the Graviga. I mean, it's the best versus like high HP targets like him, but it can work really well against pretty much a good like majority of enemies. But I just like saying that 999 works wonders versus the Lucavi. Anything with a higher HP pool, you're gonna see awesome numbers, like percentages, right? So I'm just trying to look, hey, where can I use Graviga? Bam. This could be a good standalone upload as well. There's Poisonous Frog as well. He gets the Byblos. So I did want Ramza to be a little bit away from Byblos. And the Reavers here, or the Pandas, will scale with your party's level. So if you're 99, this battle can be harder or easier depending on your setup, but yeah, the Reavers will scale with you. And then here's Ramza's turn. Just using arithmetics. I'll probably do this as like a standalone upload as well. Bam, Graviga. I just wanted an epic finish. It misses that one, but... And it misses that one. Gets Byblos, unfortunately. Or Frog. But that is all Ramza wrote. So here's level 1 Ramza taking on all the optional and the super boss of the game. Hopefully you enjoyed these videos. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and all the best to you.